Okay, from NPR News in Washington, I'm Dave Mattingly.
And I'm Jack Spear.
I'm Nora Rahm.
I'm blanking out. From what? Larry?
I got another one. From NPR News, I'm Janine Hirsch.
Damn it! Isn't it Janine Herbst? I'm Janine Herbst. I'm in for Larry Mantle. That's a good one.
I'm Ari Shapiro.
I'm Windsor Johnston.
I'm Mary Louise Hirsch.
No, it's Mary Louise Kelly.
Okay.
I'm Mary Louise Kelly. This is Marketplace.
Ari Colvin? That sounds like it should be one.
I'm Rachel Martin.
Maureen McKinney. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun. On the BBC News Hour. Is that Jack Spear?
This is Marketplace with Sabri Benashore.
And I'm Kai Rizdal. Once you say one, then I can't. That's the only one I can hear.
There, yeah.
On All Things Considered, I'm Elsa
Chang.
And I'm David Barncaccio. It's Weekend Edition. I'm Aisha
Roscoe. Love Aisha Roscoe.
Ari Shapiro.
Steve Inskeep. This is Weekend Edition. I'm Scott
Horsley. And I'm
Shmi Singh. I'm Lakshmi Singh.
I'm Scott Simon.
Zay Martinez.
And I'm Windsor Johnston.
And I'm still Dave Mattingly.
TBTL.
Hey, you either get it or you don't. And I don't. But I am so excited to be a part of it.
It's romantic and it's full of these sort of situations, which turns out to be that's very interesting, very scary at times, but also a lot of romance and really well made.
Can I blow your mind right now? Chris is laughing because he knows where I'm going with this.
It's nothing like when your lips contact a skinless strawberry. You understand that the strawberry was created to be loved.
I don't even know what that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
Well, all right. Hello, good morning, and welcome everyone to a Wednesday edition of TBTL, the show that just might be too beautiful to live.
You want to do a make-believe radio show in a room somewhere. I'm telling you, there's no money in that.
My name is Luke Burbank. I am your host. Ooh. Very excited on this beautiful summery day to be bringing you episode 4526 in a collector series.
Let the fun begin.
It's a beautiful summer day, and it's the perfect weather for doing some summer cleaning. I don't know if that's actually... Is spring cleaning, has it extended into summer cleaning, maybe? Fall cleaning? Is spring the only season that we really associate with a cleaning project? Because I want to change that right here, right now. Because we're doing some cleaning. We're cleaning out the TBTL voicemail line.
Your voice is like a combination of Fergie and Jesus.
Wherein we are playing a number of voicemail messages from you, the tens of listeners, that have been, let's be honest, they've been kind of stacking up, they've been piling up, and it's time that they see the light of day, and they're going to do that right now with the help of this guy, the compiler and the stacker of these voicemail messages, also the longest-running Cobra of the show. Maybe best known for his depictions of the tall ships. The guy is a soulful rocker from
New Hampshire?
He's Andrew Welsh. He's joining me right now. Good morning, my friend.
Hey, good morning, Luke. You said something in your little intro to me that reminds me of a sports-related question I have. It's not even sports-related. It's a question I have about people when they're talking about sports.
All right.
And it's a phrase that I hear used on the Le Batard show a lot. But I want to know if this is a common phrase or if it's just a Le Batardism. One of the guys, Stu Gatz, who you know of,
collision course.
A collision course will often dismiss players as compilers. Is that something that you don't?
Can I guess at what it means?
Yeah, I guess we both will.
Compiler to me sounds like somebody who compiles a lot of gaudy statistics, but then doesn't ever actually manage to win the championship, or maybe they compile these statistics at the expense of their teammates. Maybe they're, as we used to call them, a ball hog.
Oh, now that's interesting. I was leaning more towards your first definition, too. I just sort of had this vague sort of idea that it's kind of like, yeah, you're just kind of, sure, if you look at a whole career, like the numbers could sort of look good, but they weren't in any kind of important moments or anything like that. So therefore, you're just kind of a compiler. That's my guess on it. So it sounds like
the weird
maybe
part is it could also be, if you said it differently, a huge compliment. God, that guy's a compiler.
Yeah, he
just
just
keeps
keeps on
compiling
compiling it,
championships
compiling
and MVP awards and
Yeah.
and all kinds of accolades. Man, he's just compiling so
Yeah.
much stuff. But somehow we instinctively know that it's a negative.
I know, because somehow when you said he's the compiler, I was like, hey, now. And then I was like, wait, why
right.
am I insulted by that?
Well, I meant it insultingly.
Oh,
I think it's
okay.
why it felt that way to you.
I mean, the fact that you called me a fat compiler really hurt. I mean, that was really the tough language there, Luke.
You can go ahead and cut that out in the final edit. The listeners
Okay.
won't hear me saying that, but just know that
okay.
I did actually say that.
Oh, okay. Then I'll cut all of this out. Then
Please do.
it'll be easy to do because it's over
By the
top
way,
of the music.
there's almost nothing that could make you less of a compiler than if you start taking things out of the show.
Yeah.
It's the exact opposite
Right.
expression of compiling.
Yes, no.
Then we have a new insult. The guy is just a reducer.
He's a reducer.
He's a complete reducer.
Ugh.
Also a decent Pixies song.
Have you ever reduced anything?
Reducer.
Genevieve reduces things sometimes in the kitchen.
Uh-huh. You do that too, though, right? You reduce
I've never
things
reduced
down?
anything, I don't
What?
think.
A sauce?
Or maybe I've done it and I just don't know that that's the word for it.
Oh, yeah. I can't say that I do it a ton because I'm still kind of learning about, the kitchen and all of that. But I do know that, like, making a reduction.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
And I bet you that sometimes when she's baking one of her cakes or other kind of desserts, you could make like a reduction of a kind of a fruit where you cook it down till it gets like a nice, like a jelly kind of a thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
All right.
we need to do some reduction here, Andrew,
We do.
in the number of voicemails that you've compiled. This has been really fun, actually, the last couple of days.
It's been
We're
really
going
fun.
through. We're listening to the folks that have left us messages. Still got this huge prize wheel.
Oh, yeah.
That is
Father
honestly-
Dunphy's prize wheel.
Yep, it's looking a little bit. Anytime you talk about Father Dunphy, was he a St. Ignatius guy or a Walsh Jesuit guy?
He was neither. He was our hometown priest in
Our
Valley
Lady of
City.
Perpetual Prizes? Is that the parish?
that is
Our
it.
Lady
Can
of Perpetual
can I-
Tote Wheels. Hold on, that's for later.
Okay,
I don't want to.
for later.
Spoil
Okay,
the fun.
I was writing down a possible show title there. Father Dunphy was our kind of hometown priest or whatever in Valley City, Ohio, at St. Martin of Tours Church.
St. Martin of Tours.
Yes, I don't know.
What? I wonder the context of that tour.
I should really know that. We were very involved. It was a small country church growing up, and we were very involved. And there was a big kind of, I think, some sort of an anniversary celebration of the church. It might have even been a 100-year celebration that our family sort of participated in. And we were very, very close to the priest there, Father Dunphy, who was just a really, really great man. And he would let his dog, his golden retriever, into the church sometimes. And when I was a kid, and we had this new, like, relatively young priest come in. And then one day I was like an altar boy. I was doing altar boy responsibilities maybe after Mass or something. And he comes from out from behind the altar or whatever, and he's kind of wearing like more casual clothes or whatever. And then I remember his dog just running up the aisle like it was a bridesmaid or something. Do bridesmaids do that? No.
Sometimes in my weddings they run down the aisle away from me.
Sorry.
I've been involved in a few runaway bride type of stitches.
Why do all of your fiancés wear tennis shoes, running shoes to the wedding?
Honestly, I'm starting to look for that now.
Yeah.
Before the ceremony, because I've been burned too many times. St. Martin of Tours is the patron saint of soldiers, beggars, France, and tailors.
Oh, Tours. That's the Tours, right? Tours France.
Maybe Tours
probably.
of Duty? Or
I think Tours France, maybe.
That's a place, Tours, France.
I thought so.
He's the patron. This is according to the internet, of course. Actually, this is Wikipedia,
Yeah,
though.
Tours is a city in France, so I think that's why it's St. Martin of Tours.
He's the patron saint of beggars because of his sharing of his cloak.
Oh yes, of course. That's the big. They hand a fellow who went to the church hand carved this big, beautiful wooden sign.
What
out
you
front.
do with
It's
a
big,
beautiful cloak?
Beautiful cloak, and it is Saint Martin. Yes, with a sword. I'm losing my recorder
Okay,
here.
it's important we record
Yes,
these things.
And he's cutting off a piece of his cloak with his sword. Yes,
nice.
Now it's all coming back to me.
He is also the patron saint of wool weavers and tailors. This is owing to the cloak thing. Also the patron saint of the U.S. Army Quartermaster Corps. This is also because of the sharing of the cloak. Some say he is the patron saint of geese.
Oh, well, they gotta have a saint.
because he gave away his hiding place when he tried to avoid being. This is let's see. I'm getting down here now. I'm fully immersing myself in the Wikipedia, which is taking us only further from listening to any of the voicemails.
Yeah, and I have some voicemails.
Okay,
I'd really
listen.
love to get
All
to.
I wanted to say is when you say Father Dunphy, I think of Phil Dunphy, the character from the show Modern Family.
Oh, sure.
I
And
just-
which one is he? Oh,
he
he's
is the dad.
He's the
I think
kinda
he's played by
goofball.
Ty Burrell.
Yeah, okay, sure.
I think he is, without a doubt, the funniest character on that show.
Yeah,
we love him.
We do. I have some tape of him that I play sometimes during the show that I
LOL,
can't find right now.
WTF? Why the face?
Why the face?
Cool dad. so on and so forth. Okay,
Yeah.
let's I don't have this friggin' prize wheel taking up like about 70% of the Madrona Hill studio for no reason. Let's break this thing out.
We're gonna spin the wheel, and wherever the wheel lands, that is the voicemail that we will play.
Okay.
And I think you have the best eyes on it today. So
Yeah,
why don't you
absolutely.
spin it?
Okay, here we go.
Where'd it land?
Looks like Kate, the patron saint of Green Lake.
Oh, good. I know this voicemail. I've been wanting to play this for you.
Good.
This is good. Let me. All right. We'll explain. You know, since I know this one, since I remember this one, let me just set this up instead of being coy about it. Do you remember when you almost pooped your pants about, I don't know, what, a month or two ago? You were running around Green Lake on one of your visits to Seattle, and you had a bathroom emergency.
I did.
You came out unscathed.
I did.
You found a
I wish
bathroom.
I could say the same thing for that Starbucks toilet, but
yes,
real
exactly.
paint job. Well.
Well.
If it isn't Colton at Starbucks.
So, anyway, I had asked you during that show. I said, that area where you were running. One of our listeners, of course, Kate, has a gym there, Green Lake Strength and Fitness. I think I got it wrong last time. Or is it conditioning? I know
Kate and her husband have that place.
Yeah, exactly. And we encourage all of our tens to check it out and
Please
support
do.
it.
Find TBTL sponsors and friends.
Yes, absolutely. And I had asked her, I'm like, well, what if you had gone into the gym to use Kate's bathroom?
And I was a hard pass on
And you
that.
were like, no.
Luke, Andrew, this is Kate of Green Lake Strength and Conditioning.
Conditioning.
I just want
You got
to
it.
say that both of you and any of the tens, if you're ever in a bathroom emergency or even like just a regular, normal bathroom situation, please stop by and use the bathrooms at Green Lake Strength and Conditioning, right by the lake, right by Green Lake Cycles, right around the corner from PCC. If anyone gives you a weird look, just say Kate said it's okay. That would be weird if people gave you a weird look to go into the bathroom. Anyway, we have really nice bathrooms. We have two of them. We got some air fresheners in there. We got deodorant. My husband loves to be in the bathroom, and he actually installed heated seats.
My kind of
both
guy.
bathrooms, which I think is gross during the summer to sit down on a heated seat, but in the winter it is quite nice and toasty. So please come visit. And, you could stop by the gym too. But bathrooms are free, open to use. And I will say my husband loves bathroom talk, so this may just be the thing that gets him to be a 10 rather than a on the fence 11.
Nice.
Okay, love you guys. Power out. Bye.
Thank you, Kate. That is a very generous offer.
Incredible generous offer.
Because
and
she didn't
very
just say for
smart
me and you,
as well,
she said
by
the
way.
tens of listeners. I thought that was really, really sweet. That's an open invite. Will she regret it?
Come for the duty, stay for fixing your booty.
Oh, it rhymes.
I cannot tell you how fast my brain was spinning during that voicemail. What rhymes with muscle? What rhymes with diarrhea?
What rhymes with muscle?
This is a great, first of all, a generous offer
Yes.
from, let's be honest, an incredibly generous and wonderful person, Kate, and her wonderful husband, who I've met, both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's pretty smart because I'm looking at pictures of Green Lake Strength and Conditioning right now, and what a friggin' cool place.
Yeah.
I could see myself going in there because I was having an emergency, and then when that was handled, coming out of the bathroom and then just seeing all kinds of people, all kinds of shapes and sizes, doing all kinds of different physical things based on what kind of where they're at on their journey. It just looks like a very welcoming, very healthy place.
Yes, and I don't know if I am crossing a line here or saying something sort of out of turn, but I would also tell listeners that if you are running around Green Lake and then you suddenly do feel the urge to do a deadlift, you should also go to Green Lake.
Don't go to the
Strength and
Starbucks for that.
No, just go right to the
Yes.
strength and conditioning.
Absolutely. If
Yeah.
I don't clean and if I don't power lift something, if I don't, is it clean and snatch?
I don't want to respond to that.
You haven't done any Olympic style powerlifting? Oh, clean and jerk, I think.
Oh yeah, that's
there's a snatch. There's a clean and jerk.
Oh wow.
There's all kinds of things that you can do there at the Green Lake Strength and Conditioning. Also,
don't worry, guys. I'm going to beep all of that.
On the subject of warm toilet seats.
Yes, this is what I wanted to ask you about. What are your thoughts?
Well, I have personal experience in this department because, I have two bidets at my place. And one of them was an aftermarket. It was something that I installed on to be honest with you, not particularly great toilet that was at the house. When I bought the house, it was in the one bathroom that existed. And I wanted to have a bidet, and so I bought this device. You basically swap out the toilet seat. And the way that this particular bidet keeps the water warm, the water that you're about to cleanse yourself with, the waters of Lake Minnetonka that it will be applying to your nether regions. The way it keeps that warm is that the toilet seat itself is, I guess, sort of hollow. It's kind of a reservoir.
Okay.
And it has a heating element in it, so it's heating the water.
Okay, yeah.
Because otherwise, think about it. How would they do it? Because the water in the tank, is like, again, this toilet is not. The other toilet that I have in the bathroom that I remodeled I don't know what's going on there. I don't know what sort of sorcery they use, but it's the toilet came built in with all of the functionality, and it does not need to keep the water warm in the toilet seat. It's keeping it warm somewhere else.
And how do you enjoy it?
Oh, thoroughly.
You do,
and multiple times a day. But here was the thing: when
I could see it being shocking, especially if you didn't know it was a heated toilet seat and you sit down on it. I could see that being disconcerting.
I do sometimes when people are visiting. You hear a certain murmur of surprise.
Seriously.
Maybe not so much from that, but just for the whole situation.
You know what you should do is you should have the control for it on the outside of the bathroom so that while people are going to the bathroom, you can turn the heat up on them.
That feels like powerful Benny Hill. not that Benny Hill, actually, he might have known what a bidet was. I mean, he was from Europe.
Oh, yeah.
Where it kind of started.
I forgot that's a British show.
But here's where I'm going with this. When I first got the aftermarket toilet seat installed, I noticed that it was perpetually warm. And I thought, this is going to really be a problem in the summertime.
Yes.
Like when it's already too hot, and then who wants to sit on a hot toilet seat? It was never a problem. Has never seemed to be a problem. I don't know why. Maybe it's like if you're already like uncomfortably hot, sitting on a warm toilet seat does not seem to increase the experience. And I will, at least for me, it has never been an issue where I've sat down and thought, oh, this is too warm because the day is already too warm. And in the wintertime, wonderful.
Yeah.
Hot cross buns, my friend. Hot HCB.
Is that what that means? Is that what cat on a hot tin toilet seat is about too?
Yep.
Okay.
Stella.
See, there's a Stella.
The cat is named Stella, and he is trying to get it off of that toilet seat.
I'm familiar. Now,
I think I am mixing up a streetcar named Desire.
The Stella's streetcar, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Stella is streetcar. Yes.
Yeah.
But back to this whole conversation with Kate's place. This is awesome. I also like that they have two bathrooms there. Because, if they have an all-gender bathroom, they could have stopped at one potentially, depending on how many folks are there. But I really, really like that they have two bathrooms. That's important. And in fact, not to shout out corporate America when we're here honoring an amazing local small business in Seattle, but I do also appreciate that Starbucks had two bathrooms.
Yes.
Because if they would have had only one bathroom, it would have been a situation.
And you did say that somebody used the bathroom right after you used it, right? And you were just like...
Well,
good day, sir.
What happened was I exited the bathroom I had been using, which, for all my jokes about paint jobs, it was not a disaster scene in there. It was just a bathroom that had been recently used by somebody who was having tummy troubles. So I washed my hands and then walked out, and then a guy saw me walking out, and then he went to his wife excitedly and said, "Honey, one of the bathrooms is available now." And I wanted to say, "Honey, you're going to want to give that 5 minutes.
Yes, as the cartoon spirits kind of
exactly
exited the bathroom behind
honey,
you.
this is not the droid you're looking for.
Yes. Honey, I skunked the bathroom.
Now that's a show title that listener, Kate's husband, will love because he likes the bath. Also, Kindred Spirit, I love that he loves to spend time in the bathroom the way that I do.
Yeah.
Are you I don't want to get too personal, but are you a person who can really kind of while away the time in the bathroom?
I can, yeah. And you mean while going to the bathroom in this particular case, right? You don't mean just like showering and puttering and
well, I mean, yes,
cleaning up my beard a little bit. I have my own bathroom for the first time in my life, and that we kind of did a little modest home improvement project on, so it kind of really made it mine in some ways. And I really love my bathroom. You can find me in there sometimes, like if I'm like I get done maybe cleaning up my beard a little bit, then you start wiping some of the little whiskers off the sink, and then you're like, well, maybe I'll just clean this mirror a little bit here, do a little dusting or whatever. It's a safe space for me.
It's interesting because I live alone. I find that I actually spend less time in the bathroom than I used to. I think there can be a sort of a maybe subconscious thing that can go on when you live with someone or multiple people, like maybe you've got kids or whatever, where the bathroom can become kind of your sanctuary.
Yeah.
Might be the one place where nobody's asking anything of you, or you're not, needing to be involved in a conversation or a negotiation, and you can kind of, without even meaning to, start to linger.
Yeah,
in the words of
I
the
could see that.
Cranberries.
Yes. In the way that, like, during the pandemic, I found myself, I would get home, I would park my car, and then I would start taking out my phone. I would just stay in the car for a little bit. And I remember talking about this at the time. Yeah, and it wasn't a conscious thing. It was I started doing that for a while, and then I realized, hey, I've gotten this weird habit. I now I arrive home, I park the car, and then I take out my phone, and I started spending more and more time in the car. And I was like, oh, because I'm trapped inside all the time. I'm just lingering, like you said.
But so what I've found with my behaviors at my house now is that because as soon as I'm done going to the bathroom, I'll just, I'll flush the toilet.
That's good.
I'll hose down my undercarriage with a water that is at a perfect temperature, wash my hands, and then head right on out into a different part of the house where I'm also in a moment where no one's asking anything from me.
Sure,
like I definitely think I was, in previous lives when I was married and living with people, I think I was more of a bathroom hanger outerer.
So. I understand that. I just had a thought. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted. I just had a thought. So I got a new phone recently. I'm going somewhere with this. It's connected to bathrooms.
I'll allow it.
Because I will say, like, I think probably the vast majority of people listening, I would guess, are in the habit of probably looking at their phone while they're sitting on the toilet, right?
Yeah.
Do you do that?
I do.
It's not a fun thing to think about.
It's not. It isn't. And it is, it's a very disgusting habit that I have, but that I would say probably 90% of Americans have. Although, actually, I'm just assuming that. I don't know if that's the case.
We got to ask our friend Bob. That could be a question on the the Wisconsin 106. In friendship.
A question to ponder.
A question to ponder, indeed. How quickly I forget. But I was just thinking, I have this new phone now, which I like a lot. And then I was thinking, I could take my old phone, which is still like functional to look at the internet on or whatever.
Yes.
I could make it a bathroom phone.
Andrew
The way
Walsh.
people used to put magazines on the back of the toilet, I can just put the bathroom phone on the back of the toilet.
That is a really good idea.
It's not bad.
And I'm surprised that that there hasn't been more kind of, commerce related to that. Because we all take our phones into the bathroom. We all, I think, if we're decent, moral people, we all kind of feel gross about it. Not so much that...
If we're decent, moral people, we feel gross about it.
Yes, and that's how decent, moral people act, Andrew. I don't know if you know this. I'm a decent, moral person who just constantly acts indecently and immorally, but I feel bad about it.
It's the shame that makes you
right.
a good
I wouldn't even call it shame. I just feel a little bit bad about it.
All right.
But yeah, like that idea that you would just have, I mean, although then it starts to sort of, there's a mission creep. Because when you said like, a cell phone that just lives in your bathroom, then I start thinking about, well, you could sell those. Well, then how about just like a tablet, in your bathroom? And then, maybe you put it on one of those arms, one of those kind of like attenuated arms.
Maybe you just get a big screen TV in there.
Exactly, this is what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And then pretty soon you live in the bathroom.
Yes, exactly.
You walk into the bathroom and you just start, like watching your shows and responding to text messages and all of that in a bathroom specific context screen.
Hey, you want to go to Walsh's house to watch the game? No. It's a bathroom TV situation. It's nice. It's great. I mean, he's got the sound bar in there.
Yeah.
It's 4K. But it's hanging above the commode. Or no, it wouldn't be hanging above the commode, would it? It would be hanging across from the commode.
He asked me to bring some ridged chips
and a roll of toilet paper.
Some mozzarella bites. Cube those up.
I
don't have a television in my bathroom that I remodeled, but I do have. I think I've told you about this before. I have this. A sort of banner. Banner is overstating it, but I have this framed kind of, sort of a framed series of words, but they're stitched. They're hand stitched onto a little flag. And I think I saw that our friend Bobby Pape also has this in his home. So shout out to Bobby. Good taste, bro. It just says, "You'll think of something."
Really?
Yeah. And it is directly across. This is in my newer bathroom. So if you're sitting on the toilet and you're looking straight ahead, you just see this framed picture that is hand-stitched letters on a black background that just says, you'll think of something.
And Bobby has the same exact one with the same phrase?
I think I saw on Instagram he has something similar.
That's really
the same
interesting.
One. And I love this because it is, me, I'm just constantly tattooing little aphorisms on my body and putting them up in places to try to remind myself that things will likely be all right. And you'll think of something. It's pretty obvious what's going on there. It's like me reminding myself that in the history of my life, I have most of the time thought of something. I've most of the time figured a way through and past whatever challenges I'm facing, whatever situations I'm dealing with. Sometimes when I feel really anxious, I think it's because my brain has forgotten that I'll think of something.
Yeah.
My brain thinks we're not going to be able to think of something ever again going forward, and then the entire world's going to crash down on us. But the true fact is, I'll think of something.
I am, as we speak, writing and mentally directing a scene in a movie. I can.
And
picture
I
this
am mentally buying a ticket.
Okay, great. Do you want to hear about this?
The multiplex to see this movie that you're writing in your mind right now.
I'm just coming up with this right now. There is it can't be you. It's a guest, right?
Yeah.
It's a guest, and they're in this particular bathroom. I don't know if I'm actually going to have this like Luke Burbank's house, or I'm just going to kind of steal this idea for some scene. But
steal away.
Okay, cool. So name, image, and likeness. Okay, got that. Your permission on that. But anyway, so there's somebody and they're visiting somebody, maybe you, and they have to use the bathroom. They don't, like a lot of people, they don't like to go number 2 at other people's houses during like a social call, but they have to. They have some tummy trouble, and
they've been out jogging. They jogged it to my house.
Yes, exactly. And they heard you had an open door policy, like Green Lake Strength and Conditioning, and so they're in your bathroom, and luckily, everything works out okay. But then they look down at the toilet paper roll, and it's empty. It's just a cardboard, just like a cardboard roll there. It's got a little bit of that, just like that toilet paper that sticks to the...
That's just not going to be enough.
Yeah, and it's just nothing. And they start to panic. And then they look up at this stitched piece of art, and it says, "You'll think of something." And then it cuts to you going in the bathroom later, and you see that thing is gone because they did think of something. And they broke open that frame and they used it as toilet paper.
Mentos, the fresh maker. I think you've actually I think what you've done is you've just pitched a new Mentos commercial.
I think I did. I had it as a film, but maybe my ambition was a little bit too much there.
Guy gets in the bathroom, there's no toilet paper, looks up and sees the banner, and then pops a Mentos.
Yeah. On the toilet seat.
And then
now we have eating on the toilet.
Yes.
We've added that to the list of transgressions.
And what's great is, I wonder, the thing about those Mentos commercials, much like the Red Bull commercials, the Red Bull give you wings, I have a tremendous amount of respect for people who are able to come up with a commercial style that is not language specific.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
You know what I mean?
The Red Bull ones.
The Red Bull ones and famously those Mentos ones, because it's like a person finds themselves in some kind of a situation, they pop a Mentos, and then they have a creative solution.
First one you think of right away when you think of a Mentos commercial. First one.
The guy who gets some kind of a schmutz on his suit, his black suit.
Oh, I don't know if I know
so
this one.
then he realizes that there's a freshly painted park bench, and then he lies down on the park bench and makes pinstripes on his suit.
I do remember that one now. My first go-to is somebody is driving a small car, but they're blocked in by two cars parallel parked, and I think they get a bunch of their friends and they lift their little car up and move it out into the street. Do I have that right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's
I think
the first
maybe
one
they
I
get
think
some
of.
buff dudes walking down the street.
Maybe.
To help them or
Maybe there's some
something.
buff dudes or something involved. Yeah.
By the way, that is a commercial that would only work in Europe because we drive Canyoneros here.
Yeah, exactly. I do feel like it was like a mini car
like a smart car or
trap
something.
between Canyoneros.
How smart is that?
Yeah, equals MC squared. Look, I hate to say this,
well,
but
we're done with the voicemails. We cleared it out.
Still have so many voicemails to get to, but we have to keep this short today, unfortunately.
So wait, I thought that was the last voicemail. You're saying there are more?
No, so you were just kind of trying to kind of add breadcrumbs to the meatloaf there because you thought, we don't have enough content.
I just thought we'd finally, we'd cleared out the closet on this. You're saying there are more voicemail messages for tomorrow?
Are you familiar with the idea of an infinity pool?
Oh, am I familiar?
That's the voicemail line right now. Every time
I
we
want
play one,
I want to sit in it and look at a sunset, and then finally I'll feel like enough.
Yes. Actually, you know what? I'm sorry. I'm using the term infinity pool incorrectly. Those are beautiful, but I'm thinking of the type of pool. I think I'm thinking of a lap pool.
Oh,
one of them
sure.
that you swim against, but you're not going anywhere. That's what I meant. Now I just want to be in an infinity pool.
Do you know that I almost I don't mean this in the bowling alley sense, but I kind of almost bought one of those lap pools. I really did.
I don't mean this in the bowling alley sense.
Yes.
Only if you know what that means. Congratulations.
Yes, you've been listening to the show for a long, long time. They call them swim spas now.
Oh, okay.
And I liked that they were, because I've had this whole dream of trying to put a shipping container swimming pool in at the place, and that was just going to be prohibitively expensive for a bunch of reasons. So then it kind of, my ambition got smaller and smaller, and then it got down to maybe one of these swim spas, because they're still pretty sizable. They're kind of a big rectangle, and then it had that thing you're talking about, that current that you can swim in. And I was pretty close to telling myself that the new version of me is a guy who goes out and gets into this swim spa and swims a couple miles every morning. And then I asked myself, have I ever done that in the history of my life? And the answer was no. And for once, Andrew, I said, this is a bad idea. This is not the thing that I want to do in order to try to make myself into a new person. But I did for a while think it's good on your joints. I was like fully in the process
I love
of
swimming as
talking
a sport.
myself into it. But I also don't know. We might have listeners that have one of these that could tell us about it. I wonder how much it actually approximates the feeling of actually swimming.
It seems frustrating to me. I just said something that is not true that I'd like to retract. I said I like swimming as a sport. I don't know anything about swimming as a sport. I don't follow it as a spectator.
The sport that you play is swimming versus sinking. That's the sport.
That's right.
It's you versus possibly drowning.
And people have called me a compiler in that sport, to be honest with you. No, I really like swimming as an exercise. I guess I would say it seems very appealing to me. If I did have access to a pool that I could swim in. Now, I used to go to a pretty gross gym in the Northgate area, and they had a pool, but I would never go in that. But if I had access to some pool that seemed clean to me, whether it was my own or something convenient, I really like that. But I don't, and I've never tried it, so I don't mean to besmirch it, but I don't like the idea of staying in one place and swimming in a water treadmill. That seems very unsatisfying to me. I'd rather have even a small pool that I can just go around in a circle like a goldfish.
Goldfish, you remembered that we have to keep things short today. All right, that's going to do it for today's episode. But as I think I said in yesterday's show, if you are fans of hearing voicemails played, boy, have I got news for you. We're going to play a couple more tomorrow. As we continue to clean out this swim spa of listener content. So please do join us for that.
Well done.
Thank you. In the meantime, everybody have a great Wednesday. Take care of yourselves. We'll see you tomorrow. And please remember, no mountain too tall.
And good luck to all.
Hi, my name is Irene, and I have a joke for you. What kind of bird sticks to a sweater? A Velcro. Power out.
Power out.